There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, gays and theys, warriors, scholars, poets, and elder gods, I am $0 Rants. You can call me ZD, all of my best friends do. We are back again, trying to beat the Remedy Connected Universe before the release of Control Resonant in about a month now, gang. Let me see. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Ooh, you know what? That might be worth it. Let me see something real quick. Browse. Properties. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Cool, 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 cool. Library. I promise this has a point. Copy that. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Sorry about that, gang. I promise there is a good reason for my actions. I, today, just got my Steam controller in the mail. Properties. Come on now. I wonder. Why are you not working? Okay. Well, I guess I'm not going to be able to do that today. I don't know why shit's just not wanting to work for me at the moment. Okay. Yep, so that's most certainly not working. Alright, whatever. I'll have that figured out by the next time I stream.
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the
Alright.
manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there
Thank you,
owned by
Barry.
a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island. It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part.
Oh my god, come
About
on,
this story
buddy.
were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died.
Oh my god,
and she had
dude,
some
be
kind
more
of a
problematic.
breakdown.
Okay. So there's no more collectibles in this area until after the Rose cutscenes.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
We get this
I
automatically.
can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Okay.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road. My
Immediately
gun and
outside.
flashlight were gone.
Nice.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Alright, we get a radio here. At which point we're gonna let it play. I'm gonna try something real quick.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know?
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting.
just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. You know, something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go.
Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure that you'll walk away? Why'd you love this?
All right. Oh my gosh, it's working. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm not playing with the Steam controller right now because there's no reason any of that should have just happened with that. I'm going to have to mess around with Steam input, but it's working. It's connected and it's working. So once I'm done streaming tonight, I will absolutely set that up and we'll test it out tomorrow, yeah?
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Okay. Small drop, get to a checkpoint, path on the left, sitting on a log. Oh boy, I wish just for this part they gave you unlimited stamina. That'd be nice.
Stop running! There he goes! Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if I can actually take damage during this or not. Could always stick around to find out. So that's got to be that one.
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him
Yep.
off.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the rider on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Alright. We're gonna check the dead end once the police car flips. Yep, right there. Rad. Then unfortunately we're gonna have to
Rose
climb
didn't
that
know
radio
how the
tower.
strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. Pretty girl, she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
locate the watchtower. But yeah, I got the Steam controller in the mail. First impressions was, I mean, as always, Steam makes a fine product. I realized when we were listening to that radio broadcast in the trailer park, when Pat was talking to the guy who got in trouble with the law, I realized that the USB ports on the front of mine and my wife's PC
I went, circling me.
are not
The
data
cops didn't
ports.
stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Or at least maybe the one that I was using on the front wasn't. I think at least one of them is.
You on the ground. Hold it right there.
Like, they'll work for USB, for, like, flash drives, but, there we go. Yeah, data ports are on the back. That's what I switched it to. And then I was taking a little bit longer because I realized I accidentally stuck it in the open Ethernet port. Hey, hey. Nice. But yeah, that's what got it to work. I just gotta,
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, Mulligan, what are you doing? Come on!
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just...
he was drunk, if you're catching my drift.
Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
But yeah, I got that hooked up to the data ports, so then I'll just have to change the Steam input settings.
I could see the lights at the radio station in the distance.
Okay. What about it? Another vantage point on the thermos. Whoops. First impressions on it, the packaging for Valve products are... the packaging is always like, mwah, chef's kiss.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Yeah, packaging was beautiful. The controller itself is pretty lightweight.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me.
I don't know how I feel about that yet. So on one hand, it's probably going to be better on my carpal tunnel, but on the other hand, I like a controller with a little bit of heft. Like the Xbox Elite controller is spectacular for that reason. It's just heavy enough that it feels like you're holding something, you know? Looking for the police wreck next.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Oh yeah. I forgot this is... on a time limit. Pro strat. Holy shit. He's goated. Okay. No gun.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over.
Okay.
1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over.
Safe zone light pole. Is it up there? Oh, whoops.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door, and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Milt, the confusion wasn't about what device, what apparatus the gunshots might have come out of. I don't ever think that was the issue in question. Okay. As always, if this is your first time watching, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate that. I love you very much. And if it's not your first time watching, I appreciate that very much, and I love you very much. Gotcha. Boom. Can't escape it. Can't escape my gratitude, motherfuckers. Nothing you can do about it. I will say, if you are joining us on YouTube, come give the Twitch a shot. I stream on YouTube strictly for the video on demand. So that's why I'm still doing it, even though I excuse me. That was what I meant to do. Uh I still stream on YouTube for the video on demand, but realistically, I'd like people to come hang out on Twitch if at all possible. I am trying to make partner, affiliate, however they say it nowadays, by the end of the year. So if you could come join me there, it would be very, very nice of you. And if you are watching on YouTube Shorts, apologies for the way it's cropped. That's just what YouTube does, unless you're a very, very particular like set of creators. And apparently I don't fit the bill. So if you're watching on Shorts, that's why it looks like that. Sorry, you could always skip on over to the main feed or come hang out on Twitch.
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Speaking of people trapped in their mind and screaming in terror deep down inside, how about, oh, I got that. Okay. Sorry, I was checking my list. How about, Nikki from Obsession being cast as Rogue in the new X-Men? I'm pretty stoked about that. I told y'all. Watch out for her. She is absolutely gonna be the next, Tom Holland, Zendaya, Pedro Pascal, Timmy Chalamet. The next name that we're sick of hearing after 4 years of them getting all of the work. Don't get me wrong. Very happy for her that she's getting work. That rules. I will say, it's gonna get old. You and I both know it's gonna get old. Did that get him? Jesus. Yeah, we all know it's gonna get real fucking old real fucking quick when they're just like, oh, by the way, it's Indy Navarette, whatever. I can't remember her name right now. Fucking
I hope Maine
Indica Navajo, whatever her name is.
Hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
What?
My granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay. We're just gonna pretend like...
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. It looks like Mr. Wake is going to need a moment before we can talk, so let me give you a little background while he prepares himself. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Very confused about how this,
You back away from me.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
hug the right Ugh. I think we missed a fucking supply chest. Let me see. Supply chest number 10. Oh, God. Shh. And today, we'll be doing the top 5. Yeah, we missed it. God fucking damn it. Episodes, easy. 3, yep. Okay.
Previously on Alan Wake. How
Sorry, gang.
Randolph.
Whoa,
I'm
whoa.
the manager.
we're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
Oh
The
my
writer,
god.
huh? I heard on
Oh
the
my
radio
god.
you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying,
What
Al,
the fuck was all that?
weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld.
When your friend's trying to do the zombies Easter egg, so you're in charge of watching the last guy.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Someone add that to the ZD mod pack. A thing that just replaces all of this manager's dialogue with COD zombies noises.
It gets better. A
Whoa.
local girl,
Oh,
Barbara
whoa.
Jagger,
Whoa.
drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure,
They were
Jagger's a local spook
roommates.
store. Scratch and hag. Comes for you. Stuff like that.
You know?
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady.
Welcome
Lady? She can be a
to.
little loopy, but she's
Oh
not
dear, Mr. Wake.
Yeah, anyway,
I'm
she knew both
I'm so
Jagger and
glad
Zane
you're here.
before they both died,
Rose, you have
and
my
she had some
manuscript?
kind of a breakdown.
Oh yes, yes. Please come in.
Hey, this is really good.
I
Yeah,
felt
she's a bit
nauseous,
out there,
hungover.
but she's
Only
not a
the pleasure
Catholic
kept me
or
going.
anything. Just like trying to,
I
the
can't
most
tell reality
ridiculous
from
shit he
dream
could
anymore,
possibly
but it
say
seems I have
next.
an imaginary editor to help me.
Everything that comes out of his
She's
mouth
an old woman in a funeral dress. I
is
call her Barbara
wild.
Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Oh god. Not those top two when he was in his Bam Margera phase.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road. My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
What's going on, guys? My name's Alan Wake, and I'm totally gonna lose the shit out of my wife.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep.
Sorry, I don't know if I have to sit and listen to these again.
Bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me?
If I have to listen to them in their entirety, and it doesn't count since we restarted, every time I pass that fucking trailer, I think it's my kid crying.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Take it easy on him.
No, you don't understand. I'm not up to anything sketchy. I'm late for a kidnapping appointment. The fuck was I talking about? Christ. Ugh, sorry about that. Dude, this week's taking a toll on me already. Only halfway through.
Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
This way, go. Fan out.
Can you... Wake, can you do some fucking cardio, my man?
God damn it, where did he go?
Okay, so we're going to have a flashlight for us to be able to even see the chest, so I know it's not yet. Also, bit of an early plug. Go check out Dronsters.
He's gone. Come on, guys.
That's
Get him off.
Delta, Romeo, Alpha, I think Wilco? I don't remember the NATO phonetic alphabet. And then N as in NATO. STERS. Dronsters is a new party game being made by Caldwell Tanner from formerly College Humor, now Dropout, as well as NADPod. He's a writer for Big City Greens. I mean, Caldwell's got his grubby little mitts and a whole bunch of shit. But it's him and the Drawfee crew made a party game similar to like a Jackbox style game. Not affiliated with Jackbox, important to mention that, but a Jackbox style game. And it looks pretty fucking good. As far as I know, the Kickstarter is still going on. I supported it, so I don't know. Maybe I get the gang together and we play a little bit of it on stream. Could be fun, could be crazy, could be interesting. But yeah, it's a card battler.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Like the actual concept on paper is like, how the fuck did Jackbox not do this already?
You on the ground. Hold it right there.
But like, you design the cards and name the dronsters and the And like names that don't get picked for the Drawnsters get picked as the names of attacks. It's they played like a demo of it on stream, or I can't remember if they streamed it or not. But it's pretty fucking cool. I'm pretty pumped. I don't know if I don't think these are a collectible.
Sit down and give me that. Jane, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got
I thought they were, but I very well might be thinking of BioShock Infinite.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Yeah.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Okay. Let's regain his absolutely pathetic stamina. Nailed it first try. All right. Even faster than last time. All right. After picking up
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang.
the
They were an
flashbangs,
ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over.
thought this was it. Hang on. Let me look at this shit again.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Bill Peabody, Pat.
What?
Okay, we're gonna get this manuscript page. We're gonna hug the right rock wall.
On your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park.
Right rock wall. Hug it. Hug it, chug it, football. Hey, look at that. Okay. And a checkpoint, ladies and gents. Fuck yes. Okay, then the next on the list is the thermos that we picked up at the radio station. And that should be it for us. So let's make a fucking beeline through the tree line over here. Beauty. Like, why does it sound like they're already here? Because they are. How many fucking times I gotta teach you this lesson? Oh, whoops. Goodbye.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
It's Lorna Miles.
Why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
I just don't see why the cops bothered with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
Patrick's. Manians. Lend me your cars.
The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Well,
Fuck do you mean those people?
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
It's nice that he really didn't age a fucking day between Alan Wake's 1 and 2.
Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me.
Take a drink for every
Whoa,
fucking
whoa,
reference to another writer.
Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Yeah, the thing said after radio station cliff dive and escaping the police. I'm like, okay, so this right here.
Get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous.
Take a drink for those of
That's
you
what
playing the
get for
home
naming
game.
a book, The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Manuscript on the fence. That'd be the guy. Who do we got?
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you? Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Okay. Let me... Whoops. Okay. After starting the generator for the safe zone by the junk trunk. Fucking. After starting the generator for the safe zone by the junk trunk. Fuck! Junk truck. After starting the generator for the safe zone by the junk trunk fucking truck, the path will fork. Follow the path to the right up a long hill, eventually leading to a radio tower. Manuscript inside. We're looking for a fucking junk trunk. Ooh. Ooh. Junk truck. And the path will fuck. Fucking shit. Start the fuck. Start the fuck. Christ almighty. Okay. After starting it, the path will fuck. Death says, my mom and I are going to try acting how normal people would act if faced with our crippling daily pain. Just pick a day and actually take care of my body. Could be weird. Yeah. Could be very weird if my wife took care of herself. That'd be pretty bizarre. Ooh, the threef. The threef? Alright. Yeah, could be very weird. I love you so much, baby. You treat your body the same way a 16-year-old treats their beater of a first car. Thinking, oh yeah, I'll get another one. The technology just ain't there yet. If I don't push through, you would be solo parenting 24/7? Yeah, probably, but I mean, you gotta take care of your body. What happens if you don't? Well, I'll tell you. I'll be solo parenting forever. If you grind your body down into a paste like you're trying to do, there's gonna be no wife left. That's like the #1 side effect of working yourself to death is you die. That's the death part.
Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien. A monster. Walter tried to kill it, first with his fists, then a chair. It wouldn't die. Instead, it kept coming, unaffected by the beating it had taken. After Walter managed to kick it down the cellar stairs, fear took over. He ran, got behind the wheel, gunned the engine. The booze wouldn't make him forget, but he knew he had to try.
Amen, brother. The scan said my brain is still intact, says Death the Kid. Yeah. I'm still pissed about that. Not that your brain is intact, but that, like, by God, it'd be cool if the scans did show anything, because then we would know something to try. I know you said you're pissed about the same thing. That was why you were bent out of shape about it. Oh, blow me. I know that motherfucking shit right there is gonna swarm me. Fuckers. Can you... Alan Wake, are you capable of grabbing a thermos? Like that, you can tell that's an enemy, right? Fuck off! It's like in a point-and-click game from the 90s when shit was clearly rendered different. Okay, how much of a fall will kill me? I just wanted some form of answers. Yeah, dude, I feel it. Gang, I cannot express to you the level of... And we don't have to get all kinds of deep right now, if it's not good with the order. But, like... Oh my god! Now I remember why I never fucking try full clearing this game. That actually was not as bad of damage as I thought. Yeah, gang, I cannot express to you the level of sheer terror and just anxiety-inducing nightmare it is to have your partner be in constant pain. It sucks. It sucks so bad because I just want to help and there's realistically nothing I can do other than just like take some of the pressure off from other shit. Another shack to the right. No. Series of shacks with a light generator. Series of shacks.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
What's up? I work for Papa John's now. Oh my god, there are shacks here. Christ almighty. Okay. Series of shacks. With a generator. Stack of cans. Alright, yeah, from where, though? Just fucking bring them out, would ya? Bottom line, gang. You gotta fucking... You gotta hang in there and just fucking be... I shouldn't have to say this, but some of you motherfuckers make it a necessity for me to say sometimes you just gotta be there for your partner. Okay. We're gonna take a pause here. Death the Kid, my wife, says in chat, I keep telling you, you didn't sign up for this. Hey gang, refresh my memory here. What's that part of a wedding ceremony that the officiant says every time? Was it the in sickness and in health till death do us part? Was that the is that the thing? Just refresh my memory on that. Baby, I keep telling you, I signed up for all of it. I signed up for the good, I signed up for the bad, I signed up for the ugly, everything. I signed up for our happiest, most giggle fit filled, snugging and wrestling with the chicken and lounging in our underwear, hanging with the cats, eating way too much junk food, watching TV and movies. And I also signed up for you waking up today being fucking livid at me for something I did in a dream. And uh I signed up for you getting frustrated that every time I dry my hands with a paper towel, I save it because I'll just use it to blow my nose later or clean up a spill. It was just water. And I signed up for the ugliness that is a chronic illness and what it does to a person. I signed up for all of it. And you did too. And I've never taken good care of my body through most of my life anyway. I'm getting a lot better. And that's on growth. But I did sign up for it. I love you very much and we're going to get through it. And that's a guarantee. Problem like this, there ain't no way around it but through it. Okay, is that what I was looking for next? No. This thermos is not what I was looking for next. That's what I'm looking for. That shiny bitch over yonder. Sorry for that brief, super deep intermission, gang, but, you know?
The bulldozer's engine roared.
Sometimes you just gotta fucking do it to them, you know? Sometimes you just gotta be like, yeah, take that. I fucking love you and shit.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head nor eyes.
What a
Shadows
great
crawled
writer.
on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then it came for me.
What a fucking phenomenal writer. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. I've been watching too much fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Because every time, that line right there, I cannot hear it not in Captain Holt's voice. Of course, it has no head or eyes. All right, towards the train yard. So we got that thermos. For those of you who are new to the stream, I am using a walkthrough. I have 100% of this game before. I'm at the point now where we're getting down to the wire for our time limit. So I will happily use a walkthrough. I will unabashedly cheat. It's not even cheating. Like if using like a tool assisted speedrun thing to run the game is having sex with someone outside of your marriage, using a walkthrough to get the 100% is shaking a stranger's hand. But that's just me. Past the shacks. Hello, I'm tall and I played basketball. Hello, I'm tall and I work for Papa John's. So we're past all the shacks. Yeah, you're goddamn right I recycled that joke. What of it?
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Yeah, I'll bring you water and a freezy.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice?
Tree
Alice?
stump.
Alan,
Where the path
I'm
forks.
so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice,
Right
I'm here.
there. Okay, so
Alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call.
it's because I had AT&T.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again. It sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Is this? Yeah, this is it. Okay. God, I hate the fucking heavy breathing. Wants to ultrasound your lymph nodes, huh? Our shared doc wants to euphemism your metaphor. Turn around. Nope. Passing under the bridge. Take a right at the fence. Okay. Fence, water tower. He said, could be multiple things, usually ends up being nothing, but we'll get an ultrasound to evaluate. Yeah, that sounds like him. The doctor who straight up could just be like,
I could see a
yeah,
railroad
no,
bridge up ahead,
yeah,
and a
heroin's
warehouse of some
crazy.
sort
Me and
on
my
the
wife
opposite
used to
shore.
do it
I
in the
hoped I could
90s.
find a car from there.
Sir, what multiple things? God, I was reading chat while I was walking forward, and I just almost fell the fuck off of that. Yeah, it could be multiple things. Like what?
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Like... Doctor generic name. What things? Tell me the things, please. Yeah, I don't want to deal with those fucking pieces of shit. Oh my god. Nice. Circle around the fence. On a girder.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
So I did go the wrong direction for the first one. Okay. It says... So... Yeah, I see what happened. So, Nightmare Manuscript number 5 is going to be on that stump. So, that's where I went wrong there.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Thermos. You open. Christ almighty. Okay, next thing on our list is the TV in here. Let's watch some Night Springs, shall we? Of course, we're going to crank the fuck out of our FOV. Well, crank it down.
We take the facts of our existence for granted.
Check it out.
They're merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Durl's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Durlith, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Durlith.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Durlith, you are well pleased, Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Durlith learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit.
In Night Springs. Alright. So, what I'm doing is I'm scrolling down far enough to where the newest one is on top and then going like 4 or 5 entries down and highlighting one. It just helps me focus in on the shit, you know? Door behind you. Manuscript on the edge. Really easy one to miss.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking
Sounds like a
everything
joke,
loose
but
from
it's
the
really
ground
not.
into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
All right. What the shit? Might as well, you know? Even though I know I'm not going to be able to use any of this shit in a second. After defeating the bulldozer. The remorse... Yeah, so I mentioned earlier the new X-Men movie. Y'all see they recast fucking Professor
Today,
X
I would meet
again?
the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Like, again. So, what, you think McAvoy and Stewart both said no? I think both of them said they were done? Okay. So we're officially at the point now where we're going to be driving around quite a bit, meaning there's going to be plenty of different sections where we have to go way off the beaten path to get shit. So from here, I think it's going to be, unfortunately, a little bit longer of a process. But hey, you know what's going to make it bearable for me? We're doing it together. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us this evening. I know, grand total with all the faffing about I did, I probably only streamed for an hour out of this hour and a half stream, and that's being generous. But I do gotta get up for work in the morning, so probably gonna just call it there. Plugs, like I said, check out Dronsters. And y'all, if you are not listening to Worlds Beyond Number yet, you're doing yourself an enormous disservice. I am on the last arc of the first story, first world, if you will. And it has only gotten better moment to moment. It is so fucking unbelievably good. Go check out their first time chat from BD Eric Murphy. Stay golden, bud. You too. Appreciate it. Much love. So Worlds Beyond Number has a Kickstarter going. They were trying to raise 25 grand to do a graphic novel for the first part of their first story. They cleared 25K in 4 minutes. 4 fucking minutes. They've officially raised like $2.5 million. I've already supported. Y'all should too. I will never feel bad about supporting art. There will never be a single bit of financial regret from supporting art. But that's just me. Anyway, with that, be sure to stay hydrated. Call your fucking mother. Be good, behave, be safe. Don't do anything I would do. And if you do, you better name it after me. Love you guys. Smooches.